Okay, so now we're live on YouTube, okay? Before we start, I need to say a few things about Talk and Talk. We are a conversation platform, okay? And here you come and schedule the classes and you can talk about anything in a lot of languages, right? We have English, Spanish, French, yes, Italian. And then you come here and talk. It's really nice, really easy. The people here are very nice. And today we're talking about adventure. So let's start with the first question. Wanda, can you start? Do you like adventure? Are you an adventurous person?
Yeah, I like so much adventures. I'm an adventure person. And next week, I'll go to Indonesia to do a scuba diver with my lover sharks. Yeah, I
Nice,
love it.
fancy going to Indonesia, right? Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. In Indonesia, they have a lot of crazy animals, right? So be
yeah.
careful there.
I love dragon of Komodo. I go to see them. And a kind of sharks I love too.
Nice. And you, Flavia, do you like adventure? Are you an adventurous person?
A little adventure person, but in safety place because when I was younger, I was more adventure person, but nowadays I like to go to the secure place. And but I consider myself as an adventure person because I think I'm a little, but so just a waterfall or lake and something like that, mountains, not high mountains, but let's see.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I'm just like you. I like adventure, but I rather be in a safer place. People say I'm a little bit old for my age because I like to stay at home and like adventure. Okay, but a waterfall, a lake, sometimes a beach, but like easy. I wouldn't do like scuba diving like Wanda because it's too scary for me. I'm a little bit scared of sharks and those things. I wouldn't do this, but Wanda, you're really brave to do this kind of thing. You, Matthew, are you an adventurous person? Do you like adventure?
Yes, I like adventure. I'm an adventure person, but today I not practice adventures in the nature because I live in the city. A little moments I can to visit another place where I can walk in the place. I like to enjoy the beach. When I was a teenager, I practiced a lot. I live in I forgot this word in English. Sítios, fazendas e chácaras. I practicing a lot of adventures with my friends. Today, a little, but I like.
Nice, nice. Just like Flavia, when you were younger, you were more adventurous than today, but you like. Nice. So let's go to question number 2. In what way is learning English an adventure for you? For me, it's a huge adventure, okay? Because it's been like my whole life on this. And I like, but it's an adventure because every day we learn new things, right? And sometimes I need to face something that I don't know. I have children who are my students, and children have crazy questions, right? And sometimes they ask me crazy things, and I don't know how to say crazy things in English, right? I know a few things. So for me, it's an adventure, and I really liked it, but it's an adventure. What about you, Flavia? In what way is learning English an adventure for you?
Yeah, English and learning English is always an adventure for me because there is always something new to learn and explore. research and discover, and in addition to opening the borders to discover foreign countries. It's one of my dreams to go abroad. I went abroad, but not the encounter that the language was English, and it's one of my dreams to go abroad.
Nice. But even on
English, né?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you speak English, you can go to other countries like they don't speak English, and you can speak English there because English is like universal language, right? When you travel, did you speak English there?
When I went to Punta Cana, I met some Russian people, and I had the opportunity to speak with them. But the majority of people speak in Spanish. Spanish is not my language, but I tried to speak English there.
Nice. Yeah, I've never been to an English-speaking country as well, but I was in France when I was 15, and then there I spoke English because I don't know how to speak French, only English and Portuguese. So I spoke English, and it went well, I guess. People could understand me, I could understand them, but usually French people don't like when you speak English. They rather you speak French, but I don't know. So English, it's what I know. And you, Matthew, in what way is learning English an adventure for you?
So for me, it is a great adventure because I started since 2018. I remember I started the several moments and nervous, anxious, little hard to learn, but the persistent. Now, this moment, I can conversate with us the immersion. I need to improve a lot. I practice every day a little. I study every day a little. I like to learn another language. I'm preparing for my big moment when I can travel another country. There I can conversation the several peoples naturally in English. This moment for me will be special. I want to get this moment in my life.
Nice. And are you planning to travel to other country?
Yes, I'm planning, but this moment in my life, now I'm looking for a new job because I employment this moment. But I'm looking for a new job. I have the possible to get a new job in another country, or the factory in Brazil, but I work in another country. I conversation with some people. I participate some process the interview. I believe this opportunity soon for me.
Nice, fancy to work abroad, right? It's my dream to work abroad as well. But for now, we're here in Brazil, but it's fancy. And you, Wanda, you're traveling to Indonesia, so you need to speak English there. And in what way is learning English an adventure for you?
Yeah, English is more than adventure. For me, it's a challenge. And it's not the first time I go to Indonesia.
The cat.
All the time.
Mine is just like this. Sometimes
I think he talk in English really bad, really good.
Cute.
Yeah. It's for me a challenge because I want to talk with my daughter-in-law. She's an American person, and it's really hard to talk with her because she put all the words together. It's a really challenge to speak English with no accent. No accent is impossible, but a little bit accent, yeah, it's hard. For me, it's an adventure, and more than that, a challenge.
And I guess a necessity as well, because you want to talk to her, right? You want to talk, it's your daughter-in-law family, right? You want to
Yeah,
talk to her.
it's totally difficult. Yeah, it's more difficult than to go to another country, because in another country you are a tourist, you need to buy something, and another one needs to sell, and you put together, and all the problems is solving.
Yeah, when the person's in your family, you need to talk
It's
to her about different topics. It's a craziness, right?
it's a big challenge.
I can imagine. I don't have this problem, but I can imagine it's difficult because you want to talk to her, right? So how can you talk to her if she speaks English in a hard way? But this will work. Don't worry. So let's go to question number 3. What adventures would you like to go on in the future? In my case, I would like to travel to a country that has a totally different culture, like India or someplace in Africa, because usually we like to travel to countries that they have the same culture, not the same, but similar. Like USA, they do pretty much the same things as we do. Europeans, they do pretty much the same thing as we do. But we have a lot of countries that they do crazy things, like they walk on elephants, right? So I want to do those kind of things, and it's an adventure that I would like to do. And you, Flavia, what adventures would you like to go on in the future?
Um, I didn't think about this kind of adventure that you want, but I think go abroad. I think Switzerland is one of my the country that I want to go. And I bought a ticket for to go to United States, and in 2025 I have a long time to learn English, and I need to go to Canada, and I think the weather there is one of my one challenge for me, because my God, I don't know if I could or I can stand with the weather, winter, because I used to stay here because it's so hot here. And I think it is when I live in Londrina, it's okay for me, winter, but nowadays is a challenge for me. So it will be an adventure for me.
Yeah, the weather is really different, right, from Canada. Here we have the hot weather, and there's like winter all year long. You feel cold all the time, but it's a different place. It's a nice place to know. I would like to meet Canada, to meet people there, Canadians, to know places there. It's nice. I guess I would like it. And you, Matthew, what adventures would you like to go on in the future?
So, in my case, I had the opportunity to fly by plane several times, but I want to fly by helicopter. This my wish. I I have this wish for my life. Another opportunity I want, I intend to accomplish with my wife one travel by shift Portuguese cruzeiro with my wife during 4 or 7 days. In the future, I intend to accomplish with my wife to travel by cruzeiro in the beaches of Brazil.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. My dad, he loves boats and those things. So he did one time a travel by ship, and it was like his dream. He loved it. So I guess you would like it as well. And he says it's the most beautiful thing he has ever seen. It was the travel by ship because of the beaches, everything. So beautiful. Nice. And you, Wanda, what adventures would you like to go on in the future? Besides Indonesia, right? It's an adventure.
Yeah, I'm an adventure person all year. Every year, I go to a kind of adventures around the world. But I want to put in my bucket hunting for boreal aurora. I don't know.
Nice. They are so beautiful, right?
They're so beautiful. I need to see that. And in the future, I think 2 years.
They are beautiful.
Yeah, I need to see before died.
Yeah, and they only happen like in the north or really the south of Earth, right? You need to go to like Norway or Denmark to
I want
see.
Norway. It's
Norway.
the most easier to see.
Yeah, I don't know if it happens in other places besides these Nordic countries and like Antarctic. I don't know if it happens in somewhere else, but it's hard to see.
I follow the space, I don't know, for an physics guy and podcast, and he told in his podcast there was aurora boreal, a kind of aurora here in Rio de Janeiro last week.
Really?
What? I'm here and I don't see in the hot time. It's a craze.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know that it happened here around like Brazil. I didn't know that.
I can't believe that. I can't believe.
Yeah, I can, because if it happened, we would see it, right?
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, wake up. The aurora is here.
Yeah, everybody would talk about it because it's something different. We don't have this here, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So let's go to question number 4. Would you describe anyone you know as an adrenaline junkie? Someone who loves adrenaline? I guess I would describe Panda, right? She loves adrenaline. I would describe her. But besides Panda, I guess I don't have someone like I know that is really like an adrenaline junkie. And my friends, they are just like me. They're old. They like to stay at home watching Netflix. That's it. The only one that I know who likes really adventure is Wanda. The rest. But what about you, Matthew? Would you describe anyone you know as an adrenaline junkie?
So, in my case, I don't remember anyone in this moment to live adrenaline junkie in my neighborhood. But I remember the person, the famous person I watched on TV. Your nickname, Sabiá. I watch he during several adventures in the TV program in the Faustão, Domingão do Faustão, the last year, because he like to jump the plane, the build the mountains, several locals he like to jumping with a little parachutes.
Really? He jumped with a small parachute, like it was a small thing, and he jumped it. Really?
Yes. One day he jumped by plane without parachute. During the I forgot the queda, another co-worker hung in the air where the parachute, the co-worker I forgot. Chegou no chão.
He arrived on the floor. That's it.
Yes.
Guys, I don't know how can these people do that, because I wouldn't jump by parachute. Because imagine if the thing doesn't work. It can happen, right? Imagine the disaster. I wouldn't jump by parachute. I think it's so crazy. I wouldn't like it. I guess I would jump if I had 2 parachutes. Only one, I wouldn't. It's crazy. Would you jump by parachute?
So,
Flavia, Wanda, would you jump? Or Márcio, would you jump by parachute? No?
no, I don't opportunity. But in the futuro, I would like to live the experience.
Real to jump by parachute? Really? Oh my
Yes.
God, craziness. Wanda, would you jump by parachute?
No, not yet. But
Not yet.
Not yet. But I fly in paraglide, and I fly in as a Delta too. And I jump in. I think body jumping in New Zealand. It's a great time to jump there. But it's so
Crazy.
interesting and so adrenaline.
Guys, you're crazy. Oh my God, I wouldn't do that. I'm afraid that I might die. I'm afraid. I don't like these things. I'm really afraid. But it's nice. You guys are really adrenaline junkies. Nice. Flavia, would you describe anyone you know as an adrenaline junkie?
Just a point. My God, Wanda, body jump. I think I don't have a good for. I don't have a good nor courage for this. My God, you are so courageous person. Congratulations. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
No, so brave. I don't know how she can do that. Don't know.
I just know my songs, I think, because they're a little adrenaline jump, and because when we went to beach park, Insano, my God, they have courage for this toy, but my God, I think it's so hard. And
Craziness.
Craziness. And in the other place we went, I think back here world, and there were a lot of crazy toys too, and they went to in those crazy toys. And I think Hot Park too, they went to the crazy toys, and I think they are little adrenaline junkie, not like a body jumping, but they are little.
No, I can imagine, because insane in beach park is crazy. I went there when I was like 14, and my parents were really mad at me because I wouldn't like to go in anything because I was afraid. And then I like to go to the easy ones, like the ones for children. I like that. I didn't like the big ones too high. No, I like the easy, the easy ones. For me, it was the best. I wouldn't like to go to that dangerous things. I know people won't die in those places, because if they died, the place would close and those things. I know it's safe, but I wouldn't go. I'm afraid. And you, Wanda, would you describe anyone you know as an adrenaline junkie besides you, of course?
All my friends, all my scuba diver friends, all of us is like me. And in the past year, I'll go to the past year. I went to Abismo de Anhunes in Bonito to do a ridge rappel, I don't know, 72 meters in rappel to go there and put the clothes for diving, 20 meters. And when the diving stopped, we need to rappel to subir,
To climb up.
to climb up. It's hard. This is a hard thing, but it's so beautiful, so interesting.
Like the name, right? Bonito. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Abismo de Anhunes. We need to
I've never
go
heard of that.
only in rappel. It's not possible to go walking.
Mhm. I have already heard of Bonito, but this specifically, I guess, is a cave, right? I've never heard of that. But it seems beautiful because there everything is so beautiful, right?
Yeah,
I've seen
72
pictures.
meters.
Yeah, a long way down. Uh, so, guys, let's go to the next one. What was your most unforgettable childhood adventure? For me, I guess it was when I traveled to Beach Park because it was not childhood, it was more like a teenager, but it was nice for me and I loved it. I like the toys that were there, and but just like I told you, I don't like that adventures. I like the easy ones, but it was unforgettable. I really liked it. And you, Matthew, what was your most unforgettable childhood adventure?
In my case, my unforgettable childhood adventure when I had the opportunity in my city, Linhares, by João Molevade, Minas Gerais.
My boyfriend's from this city.
This travel, I had the opportunity, my first to travel by train. I travel during 10 hours. I think during 10 hours, several places, beautiful nature, because by train to cross inside the farm. I like this opportunity. My first time to travel by train. I remember nowadays this moment in my life.
Nice. And it's really the countryside of Minas Gerais, right? Bem interior, assim, it's really nice. Now I am only having the chance to meet Minas Gerais now because I'm living here. Because I am from Niterói, just like one, and now I'm living here, so now I'm having the chance to know the places. And I knew João Molevade last semester, and it has nothing, right? It's the countryside, but it's nice because I like these small towns. I think they are beautiful and nice to visit, so it's nice. I like Minas Gerais, guys. Come here, it's nice. So Flavia, what was your most unforgettable childhood adventure?
When I was a child, my father liked to go to go to the safe place. And when we traveled, we just for the safe place. But I remembered one adventure. I remember I was a teenager, and I took my father's car high. And I squished the tire, I squished the tire of the car, and I think the hard part it was putting the car in the garage because it had a hump, and I need to go up a hump without the car or I think that's the car. Matar o carro. My God.
And you didn't know how to drive. And you didn't know how to drive.
No.
Oh my God.
I was learning. I was terrible. And
Hi
I
guys,
took it.
I'm so afraid of driving. I don't like it. I don't like to drive. I hate. So I can imagine.
Oh my God. But my father didn't know until a few days ago because
Oh my God.
I told him that I did
Oh my God.
this. Yeah.
Oh my God. So you only told him like years later, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you were really afraid of telling him, right? Nice. And you,
Totally.
Wanda? Oops. Sorry, could you repeat?
Not totally. Totally, I'm afraid.
Nice. And you, Wanda, what was your most unforgettable childhood experience? Adventure, sorry.
I think it was passeio. How is passeio in
A
English?
trip.
Yeah, a trip with my parents in Minas Gerais too. I think Minas Gerais is so beautiful, so interesting place to see. Yeah, I love Minas.
Me too. It's the best state in Brazil. I love Minas. That's why I moved here. I'm doing college here in Minas, so that's why I moved. But I don't want to go back to Rio because I love Minas. I love Rio as well, but just visit. Here it's my home. I love Minas. It's the best thing.
I love Minas também, too, because my sons studying there in Uberlândia.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. I'm studying here in Viçosa. It's a UFV, Federal University of Viçosa, and I am loving it. It's been a great experience and a very good place to be. Like, I am living by myself. I needed to leave my mom's house. And I guess if I would live by myself in Rio, I would be more worried about dangers, about violence. And here we don't have those things. Like we have, but it's not that hard, right? So I love Minas.
And there we have you have a good milk, sweet milk, doce
Yeah.
de leite. Is
And
the
cheese,
best
né?
one
And cheese too.
Ai, gente, pão de queijo, cheese, doce de leite. Ai, very good. I love the food here. It's the best
But
thing.
doce de
Yeah.
leite from Viçosa is the best one.
It
Yeah,
was
I
one
know.
of the best doce de leite of the world. Doce de leite from Viçosa. You should
Yeah.
taste it. It's very good. And it's
Oh.
made in my college. O doce de leite, it's the name, doce de leite Viçosa, né? É o nome da caixinha. And then it's made in my college and it's really good. You should try it. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Good tip.
Yeah, it's a tip. It's a really nice. It's really good. I love it. I don't buy it that much because if I buy it, I would eat all of it because it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good. It's really good. I love it.
For you, it's a really challenge to avoid this doce de leite
No,
because
yes.
it's delicious.
It's so delicious. And we have in our college, we have a supermarket inside the college. And in this supermarket, we have discounts because we're students. And it's where it's made this doce de leite, né? And we don't have doce de leite in English. Okay, that's why I'm calling it doce de leite. And then we have discounts. So it's even better for me to buy doce de leite. So I need to be really hard. It's hard for me to not buy it. But it's really good, guys. And I love doce de leite. I love it. It's really good. So let's go to the next one. What parts of your country would you recommend to nature-loving tourists? We mentioned Minas Gerais, right? But we have others. We are a huge country with a lot of nature places that are so beautiful, like Bonito, as Wanda told, but we have more places, right? So, Márcio, what parts of Brazil would you recommend to a nature-loving tourist?
This question, the place where I had been there, I recommend here my city because my city have several lakes. I forgot this word in English. Here called lagoas in my city. Here have one beach and several lagoas. But when I recommend another person by nature loving tourist, I would like to visit the Pantanal, because I watched last soap opera, the Pantanal. I watched the complete novel soap opera. I like to watch the natures, the local, the places. I intend to visit the Pantanal one day. I recommend when anyone nature loving to visit the Pantanal.
It seems so beautiful, right? I've seen the soap opera as well. I've never been there, but it seems beautiful. Pantanal. Nice. And you, Flavia, what parts of Brazil would you recommend to a nature-loving tourist?
I recommend to all of you meet here at Tocantins. We have a lot of waterfalls, and Jalapão and Japanese river, Japanese lake. Lagoa Japonês is a beautiful place to meet and to know. I will have here near here in my city. In my city, we have Tocantins River and close of here we have Araguaia Lake river. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful river too. And fervedouros here in Tocantins. We have a lot of fervedouros, and the natural water that is so clean, so beautiful to know.
Yes. I guess the northeast of Brazil is the entire thing is so beautiful, right? I've never been to Tocantins, but I want to because I've seen pictures and it seems so beautiful.
But unfortunately, the price is so high because it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need a guide. We need a guide, tourist guide.
Mm-hmm.
Another point Flavia said about Araguaia Lake. This moment, they reprise o Rei do Gado, where to show Rio Araguaia.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know that because my grandfather loves Rei do Gado. It is the novel, the soap opera that he likes the best. So I know everything that happens in Rei do Gado because he calls me to tell me what happened there. And then I know everything. He calls me and says, Giovanna, today I saw the Rei do Gado doing this, and that. I think it's so funny.
Your grandfather?
My grandfather. He calls me to tell me what happened to Rei do Gado. He loves Rei do Gado. Because he's retired and he don't do nothing. He doesn't do nothing during the day. He just watch the news and soap operas, and he loves to watch soap operas. And then he loves Rei do Gado. And Rei do Gado is the best novel, the best soap opera for him. And he calls me to tell me what happened in the chapter of the day. And it's I like it because I think it's cute. And he loves to tell me what happened. And you, Wanda, what parts of Brazil would you recommend to a nature-loving tourist?
Oh, it's so difficult to pick up only one because it's our country is so beautiful. But I follow Flávia, and I choose Cachoeira do Formiga, in Tocantins. It's so beautiful, warm waterfall, and really clean, green, and transparent. It's beautiful. I never see a waterfall warm. All the time I see is
It's really cold, right?
Terrible. And in Tocantins is so magic. And there is a dolphin, a pink dolphin in many rivers of Tocantins. Oh, it's really beautiful place. But all of our country is beautiful.
That's totally true. I guess for nature-loving people, the best country to visit is Brazil, right? Because we have a lot of biomes, we have a lot of different things, and I guess, guys, I'm closing the breakout room, so they're coming back. Okay, so people will appear here. And for nature-loving people, Brazil is the best country to visit because they can visit the south of Brazil, where they have a different weather. They can visit the northeast, where it's different, right? We have a lot of beautiful beaches, waterfalls, or they can visit Pantanal because there is a huge nature. They have different animals. They can visit Amazon rainforest, right? So we have a lot of different nature places to visit. So I guess Brazil is a very nice place for nature lovings, right? And I would like to know, where did you go here in Brazil? Because I've seen you went to a lot of places, right? And personally, I haven't been to many places here in Brazil. So I'd like to know, Márcio, where have you been here in Brazil? What states did you visit?
So I had the opportunity. I lived during 7 years another state, in the Paraná state. I visit Bahia. I visited several cities in the state of Bahia. I enjoy a lot when I visit Porto Seguro, the Bahia. Great place. Another state, Minas Gerais states, I visited several places. I visited Montes Claros, João Levade, Ipatinga, a great city in the state of Minas Gerais. I visited Varginha, the terra do ET. I visited the Varginha last 10 years, I believe.
Nice. Natalia and Thiago, you arrived now. To finish the class, we're talking about the places we've visited here in Brazil, since we talk about nature and adventures. And Márcio told us about a lot of places here in Minas Gerais. And now I'm asking Natalia. Natalia, where have you been here in Brazil?
Oh, I am not a traveling person, unfortunately. I just know the beach. I go often to Ilhabela, so it's the place that I most visit. Yeah.
Nice. And you, Thiago, where have you been here in Brazil?
Like I've been in Portugal 2 weeks ago. It was really fun. It was my second time there, but I don't travel a lot. I still don't have a lot of money, but I already went to Ouro Preto to see the history and everything. I also go a lot to Brasilia because I have some relatives there. Yeah, that's my main trips.
Nice. And you, Flavia, where have you been here in Brazil?
Oh, just 4 states: Paraná, Pernambuco, Paraíba, Paraíba, Rio de Janeiro, Bahia, São Paulo, Minas Gerais, Santa Catarina, Rio Grande do Norte.
Everywhere.
I don't know Amazonas and Mato Grosso. I don't know yet. And several states I've been here in Brazil.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You almost know the whole country, right? Nice. And you, Wanda, where have you been here in Brazil?
Almost all the country, because I love to travel and I love Brazil, and I love to stay here and connect with another cultures. Brazil is the most beautiful part of the world.
I totally agree with you. Guys, that was our conversations for today. Hope you liked. I'm going to send here on the chat the survey.